Welcome back to Wizard's Workshop. My name is Stacy Rowland, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something called eye accessing. Now, eye accessing is a very basic principle of neurolinguistic programming, or NLP, and the way that it's presented is in a way so that you can observe another person, see how their eyes move, so that you can assess things about their personality, how they access information, particularly maybe if you see something more repeatedly, then you might see a pattern. For instance, I'm very visual. I look up and to the left a lot when I'm trying to remember perhaps what I'm trying to say, or because I see in pictures. And so I access information this way. Now, the thing about that, one of the fun things about that is that you can speak to a person a specific way, whether they're audio, visual, or kinesthetic. Now here, you see an image of the basics of the system. On the left is memory, and on the right is creative constructive. Now, this is different than what you see on any other NLP image. And here's why. I don't want to talk to you about reading other people. I want you to learn about accessing yourself, accessing your own brain. And here's the idea. Eyes are basically brain matter. The tissue of the eye is, I want to use the word identical. I was taught it as identical to the vessels. What are they called? Ventricles. Thank you, brain. The ventricles in the brain. And the fluid inside the eyeball is identical to cerebrospinal fluid. Well, that makes the eye's brain. And here's how I want you to think about it. Yes, they're light holes so that we get light information through the eye that goes to the optic nerve, and we process everything to the back of our brains in the visual cortex. But the eye is more than that. It's actually a way that we access the brain itself. Now, looking at the picture, again, the left is memory, the right is creative. I've heard people say that this might have to do with right or left-handedness, and that the majority of people are right-handed, so this is how we're wired. I don't know. You're honestly going to have to figure it out for yourself and notice how you process information. And that's a key is self-recognition. Notice what you notice about you. Now, looking here at the diagram, up is visual, to directly left is auditory, and down to the left is kinesthetic. Creating is the same with the visual, the auditory, the kinesthetic. The up directly right, and then right down. The reason I want to talk about this way is because I want you to know how to access your brain. This is a tool that we don't know that we have. When I taught class, and I presented an exam to students, I saw students who were looking for answers, and when the question came up that they didn't have an answer to, generally I would see people look up, looking for the answer straight up, because intuitively we know that we don't need to just look straight down, but we need to move our hand, move our eyes in some way to access information. When I started teaching students towards the end was how to retrieve the information. And so the idea is that, let's say you've been in lecture, you've been in class, and you learn something in a book, or you learn something on a video, or you're talking to your neighbor and you're trying to find what it is you learned. Well, if my visual memory is up here, then I can remember seeing books, reading pages, seeing sentences perhaps. I can see videos. I can see pictures and paintings that I've seen already. If something was written on a board in class, a diagram perhaps, that might be where that information is. If I'm listening to a story and something really clicks, and I get this idea that it just resounds with something I really want to know, then I will process it there, and I can use my eyes as mechanical tools to access my brain. If I'm thinking about sensations and feelings and how things felt, whether it's emotions or physical sensations, and maybe it's a sensation that I want to root. For instance, a way to bring up a positive sensation is to remember having a positive sensation. And we can do that directly. Hypnosis works. We can easily go into a state of hypnosis where someone guides us into positive memories at any moment in our lives. And the moment that we access right now that positive memory, then we can feel it. And a neat thing you can do just by watching this video is you can look down and to the left as you think about that positive sensation and feel it again. And because we can use the eyes to access the brain. It's how it works. And with NLP, what I hear people always talking about, which is fabulous to know how to do, which is to read another person and to learn how to help them better. Because that eye-to-eye, face-to-face contact, if I'm on a video call with somebody, let's say, and I'm asking them questions about themselves, about maybe how they feel stuck, where they feel stuck. And I'm looking for cues so that we're speaking the same language. The best I can. That's the skill I have to maintain. Is how to be able to talk to you as an individual much more clearly so that you pick up what I'm putting down and I'm not just talking some other language, I'm talking your language. But for you, knowing how to access what you already have is paramount to so many things that we should know how to do in life. We're always asked questions. And most of the time, people use their eyes. They just look up. But it's not there. I just don't remember. I've seen people in a panic, looking straight ahead, looking for the answer, hoping it'll just pop up. But it doesn't. And so we get frustrated. In school especially, eyes forward, don't look to the sides. Well, I think that that's wrong. That's how the brain works, is we can access us through our eyeballs. And in class, I don't suggest you look, because it could look like you're cheating, and you shouldn't cheat. You have the knowledge. You gain the knowledge. You were in the class. You were hopefully paying attention, and the information went in. It's there because that's how brains work. It's there. But to bring it back out, you utilize a tool that you have that you may not know you have. And so here's why I'm doing this, is here's a tool. If you're in class, close your eyes and look up. Because we're not accessing space, we're not accessing light, we're not accessing what's in the room around us, looking for the picture of the thing or the word that, or the feeling. We're accessing our brain. It's already in us. It's in here. And so we don't need our eyes open to access the brain. Obviously, auditory cues, kinesthetic cues aren't going to be in pictures. It's going to be sensation. Feeling that sensation and bringing that sensation up and feeling it again as a memory and feeling how good that sensation feels. And then we could play with the sensation like that. We can turn that sensation up as though we know that we have a volume control, and that we can turn that dial and turn that sensation up and feel it wherever we can feel it. Give it a color and give it a shape. Make the shape bigger. Make the color brighter, and feel that sensation grow inside. Another thing that we can do is we can create. On our right side, we have construction, we have creation. If I'm writing something down and I want to word something in a specific way to make it fun, make it sound, maybe, I want to say limerickal, but I usually don't write down limericks and then offer them to people. But it would be over here to my right that I would look for how words sound as they're produced. If I'm thinking of pictures that I want to see, like the graphic that I found of the eye, I looked for one, and I looked up, and I thought, what do I want this to look like? And then I found something that I liked. If I want to produce sensations, I can look down here. Now down here it's also just kind of an internalization. We can just look down and feel how we feel, and just be inside of the body. We can find presence. Just maybe looking at the right hand with the eyes and being inside of the body for a while. And of course, I'm going to tell you to breathe, because that's kind of one of those important things. You can just look down at your hand, take a deep breath, or 2, and 3, and you can relax and help yourself become constructive. Find constructive solutions to your problems. I think a lot of our difficulty is the physical construction of good things. How do we produce something good in the world? That right hand, just looking at it, maybe that might be a good idea. So yeah, eye accessing. Kind of just reversed engineered what I think I see in eye accessing. Take it or leave it. I think it works. It's brain. NLP will tell you that that's how you find another person, how you read another person. So again, so that you can help them better. But knowing from the inside how to actually do that, I think could benefit a whole lot of people. And so, here, enjoy, check it out. If you want to tell me what you think, you might think it's bullcrap, and that's okay. Write it down there, put a like down there if you like it. Follow if you like the kinds of things I'm producing, because that'll inspire me to do more. because this is what I'm doing right now. Up here, somewhere, as usual, up there, if you can read it, wizardsworkshop.com. I'm trying to work that out so that it looks better and you can see it. And it's the Old English. Go to wizardsworkshop.com. I write stuff down, and I hope people become inspired, because that's a good thing to offer, and I want others to inspire others. And so there's that. I'm making audios, and again, procrastination sucks, but if I'm inspired, if you guys think you like what you see, and you let me know, and then I will probably work harder at it. Yeah, I like I said, I'm here to help the world. I hope you like what I do, and have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.